Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. We are almost officially 2 weeks into lambing. Yay! I just had a really hard bowl. I'm having a little beverage. Yeah, same situation. Well, this was the first time where you, same situation where the birth canal hadn't opened up the way that you would expect. Part of it could just be that she's a first timer, and part of it could be, again, the selenium deficiency that we have been talking about on and off. I did get the baby out on my own. Yesterday we had the same situation in a young ewe, and the vet happened to be here for a different emergency for Freckles' intertwined triplets. So anyway, I had an opportunity in fresh memory to watch the vet deal with that exact situation, and I just tried to keep my shit together. And it was almost better that Chris is at work today, because sometimes I feel like I just need to like bring my attention in, and when he's here, I'm like, Chris, help me. So yeah, thankfully this would seem successful. One giant ram lamb, one little ewe, tale as old as time. The ewe is bleeding pretty good. So anyway, I want to clean her up so that I can get a gauge on how much she's actively bleeding, and I'm going to give her some pain meds and antibiotics. The vets have been trying to teach me to feel for tears. So I did. So I really did get a chance to like have a good feel around inside her. I didn't feel anything crazy, but again, like, who am I? Like, for anybody who doesn't know me, like, I went to school for chemistry. And then I went to graduate school for architecture. This is not that. Like, this is a different thing. So anyway, I hope I did the right thing. So yeah, so I'm just going to drop those meds and get them to her and towel her off. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'll give an update, I guess. Did I update last night? I'll give an update on what? Oh, I think I did. I did, didn't I? Yeah. Shoo. Get a few hours sleep, the whole brain starts going again. Okay, I'll be back. I just wanted to point out that even though I just went and washed my hands up above my elbows, I just looked down and this arm is covered in, Lord knows. This is birthing fluid. This lamb she'd been laboring a while, so the lamb came out bright yellow. I've got baby poo and birthing fluids and blood all over my arm because it was all over the side of my clothes. Maybe I'll just leave it until I can go change my clothes. Okay, so the ewe who we penned last night because we thought she was gonna lamb and still shows no sign of lambing. I kicked her out of the maternity ward. She does look like she's ready to go any minute though, but I do think it's better for them to walk around while they're getting ready. And this is the new mommy with her enormous lamb. It looks like he's already like working on getting a feed. So great news here. Feeling proud that I did it without calling for help. So I did already dip his navel, and I toweled off her backside so that I can see if there's any new wet blood. Yeah, so that is good. Here in the pens, we still have, this is June and her baby's born yesterday afternoon. Ram lamb and ewe lamb. Hi June. So unfortunately June only has one working teat, so that baby right there is looking pretty tough. I would have bottle fed them earlier, except we had a little emergency just now. Okay, and then here's the ewe who lamb last night, our first timer. She's a 2.5-year-old, and that's her giant ram lamb, I think, or you, I can't remember. And then over here's Freckles with 2 of her triplets. I'm gonna offer them milk as well. Since everybody's still in the pen, we might as well. And then here is our foster mom, and this is her lamb right there. at that cutie. The little ram lamb, Freckles' triplet, who we grafted onto this wonderful ewe. He's not looking so hot this morning. We tubed him last night at 11:30, somewhere in there. And then this morning at 4, he looked good. And now he's not looking good. I stick my finger in his mouth. It's warm-ish, but he has no suckle. I moved him into the warming box. I don't think he's cold, but I will check. I just wanted to contain him there so that I could get some milk replacer ready for everybody and tube him. Well, offer him a bottle first, and then if he doesn't take it, tube him. Things aren't looking great for him. He's such a cute little peanut. I obviously want the best for everybody here, but yeah, I'm trying to prepare myself for the possible eventuality that he's not destined to make it. Okay, I'm gonna get on with making the milk. I heated the water using the kettle out here because I needed to get out here quick because I saw that ewe was struggling. And just it's a tea kettle, it heats it up to 190 degrees, and I can't mix the milk in until it's 140 degrees or lower, and I can't feed it to the babies until it's 105 degrees. So yeah, I'm killing time waiting for it to cool, but I'm gonna go and see how that's doing now. This window is where my eyes look demonic. I'm gonna have a little bite of myself. Oh, nothing like a warm protein shake to really hit the spot. Okay, I just tubed this little guy. I'm going to take him away from his mom. Yeah, all day yesterday, I could have been pumping colostrum into him, but when he wouldn't suckle, and then I did tube him a couple times yesterday. Don't get me wrong here. I'm like an intervention specialist. But I want to make sure that I know exactly what's going into him. So I just tubed him with 4 ounces of milk. I'm going to put him in the warming box now. He's pretty, he's not fighting me. This is not normal. This is not good. So, I'll just keep him in here and keep a better eye on him. Yesterday, the situation was, is it better for me to know exactly what he's eating, or better for him to be mothered in a natural way that he would be on his first day of life? Well, I was, working hard to make sure that he got enough colostrum in that time. And, I did that. That's the choice I made. I always think it's better for the lambs to be mothered by their mothers, or in his case, his foster mother, but man, she's a superstar. So anyway, that's what's going on. Milks are cool now, or at least one is, so I'm going to get started feeding everybody, and I'll let you know how it goes. I wish I had the time or patience to make video of that, but I don't right now. As an afterthought, I decided to take that lamb's temp. He's only 37.5 degrees. I need to look at the protocol and see what needs to happen. Okay, so mild hypothermia is 37.5 to 39. And it says for lambs of any age, stomach tube with colostrum. I didn't stomach tube with colostrum, but it's too late now. Place in warming box and return to you when rectal temp is normal. So I'm gonna plug him in and get him warming up, and hopefully that solves this situation. Okay, both of June's babies drank quite a lot. I mean, I think it was maybe here when I went out to offer them. So June, as I mentioned before, she only has 1 working teat. An additional problem is that she has 4 teats. So she has the 2 true teats kind of on the bottom of her udder, and then she has 2 little, kind of false ones. You can't get milk out of them higher up, and those higher up ones are easier for the lambs to find. So in the past, she has reared lambs successfully. I don't know that she's ever had twins. I would have to check the records, but she doesn't have a ton of milk, clearly, because her babies are hungry. It's 10:30. Here's another thing. Those babies drank a lot of, we offered them their last colostrum this morning at 4 because they were born, actually, they still could have had colostrum now. I wasn't thinking. I thought they were born around the same time as So they're really not 24 hours old. It's 10:30, so it's been 6 hours since we offered them anything, which is too long. But again, I'm alone. I'm taking too much time doing this. Okay. Looking more disheveled than ever. I was just finishing up chores, water hay, getting everybody settled, the Yoo-hoo lamb this morning, and I noticed that her baby, he's knuckling over on his front leg. I'll show you in a minute. You know, I kind of wonder if in this instance, because I pulled so hard on his poor little legs. So I'm going to splint that foot, the lamb that we did 2 weeks ago. We left the splint on for about 3 days and he was a-okay. So I have hoof shears, which are good for going through this very, very tough cardboard. Anytime we get anything that has a tube like this, I save it and I put it in that box. But these littler ones with just like maybe a 1.5 inch diameter, like those are kind of hard to come by. I try to save them. I saved the last ones. I believe that they're in a coat pocket somewhere. Or I'll find them in the washing machine. Okay, so what I've done is I took that tube and I cut it into 2 pieces. And then I had this idea where usually I would put some vet wrap inside to cushion the leg so that it's not feeling the hard thing. But last night I modified one of our lamb jackets for summer wear for the spring collection. So I'm just gonna cut this little piece right off there, use that as a cushion inside here. It was in the trash anyway, but it's soft and the people who lived here before us had a couple horses. They left some supplies behind because I guess horses are not a part of their future plan, but including this vet wrap that has horseshoes on it. Okay, so here's my baby. She has escaped from the lambing pen. Okay, here's this guy. Remember, he was just born a couple hours ago, so he still is pretty wet. Which foot is it? Oh, it's this one. Can you see that? So, a little further back, I think. I'm sorry, buddy. This is for educational purpose. Okay, so you maybe can't see it, but he's knuckling over onto his first joint here. I don't know if it's easy to tell, but he is enormous. So I pulled really hard. Okay, what I have here are Polish style hand shears. I'm just gonna cut this little, they're extremely sharp. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but I love the chic noise that they make. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap the fleece around, and then I kind of do it all the way to the bottom of the hook. So he's walking directly on, and see how they kind of, nestle within one another. It's not, so the thing doesn't have to be a perfect fit. I know, baby. He doesn't like it. I don't know why. I know, baby. Okay. Okay. So here's a good tube for a future situation like this. Okay, just lay down. This baby is exhausted. He has had a bad morning. So I'm gonna wrap a little higher. Okay, so this is what his little cast looks like. It's not tight up here at all, just enough to keep it on. And look at him now. I'm getting iodine all over myself from his navel. Okay, I'm going to put him back with his mom and check the ewes to see if anybody's lambing, and otherwise I can go in. Okay, this has been a long couple days. We did have a little bit of a reprieve overnight. So when we came out of 4, nobody was lambing, and I was able to go back and get some sleep. I talk nonstop about this, about sleeping and eating on this bug. It's so boring. Let's go check the ewes. All right, what do we have here? Is she getting ready to lamb, or is she just digging to find a comfy spot? No one knows. This ewe actually, I think she's the one I kicked out earlier of the Lammy jug. She's looking very hollow right in here in this area. Her udder is looking very big and very rosy. I think she could go anytime. She might be getting ready to, but she doesn't have any discharge yet, so. Okay, so there's Bess. She's already gone. Oops, overshot there. And then this ewe, I think this might be the bummer lamb, the first bummer lamb. You can see her udder's looking really pink. She might be ready to go. This ewe, I've also had my eye on. She doesn't want to be on camera, but yeah, I think she's looking good. This really big hairy ewe right here, I don't think she was bred. No. Yeah, so this is our ram's mom, so she didn't get bred. That ewe behind her, it looks like she did. She's got a blue spot on her rump. Oh yeah, we can get a standing up. Okay, so we do have a couple of animals in here that did not get bred. Okay, I don't know if I've ever talked about this. I have talked definitely about our ram's mother and the fact that she didn't get bred. There's also a wether in here who we call Bolt. So he obviously didn't get bred. There's also an animal in here who we call Terry. Terry's a free martin. It doesn't happen frequently in sheep, but it happens all the time in cows. If there are twins in the womb, if there's a male twin and a female twin in the womb, the sex organs for the male twin alter the development of the female twin, and the animal comes out sterile. Like the medical term is like an intersex anatomy. So what Terry has is she kind of urinates like a female. I call her a she. She hasn't told me what her pronouns are. Anyway, so she urinates like a ewe, kind of out the back, and but then she has two testicles in a split scrotum. So when we kept her, we thought they looked like otters. So yeah, so that's what's going on. And there's a couple more. There's one really short-legged, really, really over-conditioned ewe who I think I've been calling the retiree. We didn't breed her because I just felt like her condition wasn't, I mean, we were pushing it on everybody else's condition as it was, and I just felt like she was too much. So that, is that 4? Oh, and baby Jessica. Okay, so baby Jessica, the retiree, Terry, Bolt, and the ram's mother. So yeah, so that's 5. Okay, get back to checking. Okay. So while I was talking that whole time, I was watching these guys, and they don't look like nobody looks like any action is happening. I'll go outside and check. Okay, it is Saturday evening, the dinner time check. So what are the updates? Here's this update. Dissatisfaction. Here's June and her babies. We just fed them their dinner. We did try to pull these babies earlier today to make bottle feeding them easier, but neither they nor their mom appreciated that. There was a lot of complaining. They will eventually get separated, but we thought we'd leave them for now. This is the ewe that lambed last night. Her baby's looking great. We're gonna get them tagged. Let's see, what do we have? Here's Freckles, right in this pen, and her. There's 2 triplets that she has. This is the ewe that was gonna foster that little ram, but before I took him away, she's got her lamb in there with her, and they're also getting tagged. And then this is the ewe who lambed this morning, and her lamb is looking enormous and fantastic. Okay, here's a quick update on our little tiny peanut. I can't remember what I said earlier, as usual. So this morning at 4, he looked good. But by the time I came out at 8, he was looking pretty rough. He was cold again, and he couldn't swallow again. So we've been tubing it for him every 4 hours since then. He still won't swallow. But his temp is up and good. And we'll see how things go. So he is here in a luxury pen here in the pottery. We have the heat on here overnight to make sure he doesn't get chilled. We'll be back out later tonight though to check on him, but yeah, so that's what's going on with him. He's got a little coat on. We'll see how he goes. Okay, so it's Saturday night. We're out here for our 10 o'clock check-in. Look what we found. Pretty magical, right? This is the lady we've had our eye on. In fact, I think we had her in a lambing jug last night because we thought she was ready to go, but we were clearly just a little bit premature. So yeah, we cleared a jug earlier, and we'll get these guys in and all checked out, check for a triplet, all the jobs. Okay, that got a little crazy, but here they are, our new additions and their mama. They are all now covered in iodine droplets, which is, I think, the best way, at least according to the literature. Hi, Mama. We moved these 2 last jugs, which has given these guys tons of room for the lamb races. Hi, baby. There they are, gathering at the starting gate.
Is like, I want my baby.
See, this is the mom that just got put in the maternity ward this afternoon, so she's nervous. Oh, they've reunited.
Dahmer's an athlete.
Hello, Mama. There she is. There she is. Do you need your after dinner rub down? You do? Yeah. I know. We like a rub down, don't we? Yeah. All right. You can go play.